Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark movies and mysteries, Christmas movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark mysteries and movies, Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark movies and mysteries, Christmas movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Well, hello, everybody.
boy.
Hopefully, you're having a great day today. If not,
Well,
hopefully,
Frown upside down.
hopefully we make it better. I don't want to make any guarantees. I was going to
If
say.
not, somebody got in the car this morning. It was a tough start to the morning.
no.
And they hear Brand going, "Hope you're having a good day." If not, well,
Oh, well.
them
Well,
the brakes.
I was going to make a guarantee
power
that
through.
we will make it better, but then, I don't know.
A bold guarantee from someone
Yeah.
losing his Christmas spirit.
It sure is.
All right.
We don't need to.
We don't have time.
No,
Should we?
we
Brand's not even
literally.
getting a Christmas tree this year, folks.
Not
Christmas
true.
tree in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what's happened. Can I tell everybody what's happened?
Yeah.
Brand has forsaken
Please explain yourself.
what it means to love Christmas.
I record a podcast called Christmas Morning.
You guys are still doing that?
Daily. Go check it out, christmasmorningpodcast.com.
Their website.com. There it is.
And
Is it just you?
Just
no,
you?
it's me and Scotty.
Not heard of him. Scotty?
Scotty.
You guys talk about it
Just
like
kidding,
anything
Scotty,
that's on
we love
TV?
you.
We talk about all sorts of stuff.
Do you do
Christmas,
the listings?
Christmas jokes, Christmas
like a
TV,
TV
Christmas
guide for
music.
the years?
It's a daily show
This
for
show
Christmas.
where Scott just reads the TV guide is still on.
It's a daily show. That's one segment of many. It's a daily.
It sounds like you're not even there for that. segment
It's a
anymore.
morning show.
too big
It's
for
a
it.
morning show.
You should list the
All about
radio
Christmas.
stations too.
You should.
I literally do that. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Do you guys are you
Tune in.
broadcast live from the North Pole?
We broadcast live from the North Pole.
Unbelievable.
Anyway,
Most of the time.
we were talking about this viral Christmas tree from
Should have
Home
people
Depot.
send things in that.
And there's this tree that's gone viral from the Home Depot. It's this nice, I don't know, it's a really nice looking artificial tree. It's got 2,200 lights on it. It's got some nice twinkles, and it was only like $399. Yeah. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's a dang good looking tree. It's a good looking tree.
Good looking tree.
And it's like the first time, like maybe I'm just getting old, and the idea of going out and buy the way that prices have gone up lately. I'm just like, let's just
What
do the
part
quick.
of Christmas spirit is I'm getting old and prices have gone up lately?
The type of Christmas
That isn't
spirit.
that's waning. Guys,
No.
pray for Brand.
Yeah,
Get in your
big
war
time.
room. Do you hear this kind of talk?
No, but
I'm getting old. Prices are going up.
Prices are going up,
There's no prices in Christmas spirit.
and artificial trees are getting nicer. It's like
They
the balsam
are.
hill that's next to us. Like I really
Yeah.
like that tree.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with an artificial tree.
And so that's where I'm at. And honestly, it hurts me to say, and I literally texted my wife today. Do you want to see this text that I sent my wife?
I'm losing
Share
the
with the
Christmas
class.
spirit. Please help. Send help. Please
I
help.
said, what do you really think about getting an artificial tree?
Really think.
Does not getting a real tree bother you at all? I feel like I'm cheating on Christmas, but I also find myself
wife.
liking the idea. I have been giving this more thought than just about anything else
You're
in my
battling.
life.
You are battling. What
Yeah,
did she say
this
about
is what
it?
happens when you
She
lose
said
your-
she loves the idea of getting an artificial tree. So maybe I've been holding her back for years.
when you lose
She
your
has
Christmas
mentioned
spirit, you
that
start
to me.
thinking, overthinking things. You start really thinking through it.
Is there
Is that the
anything
tree,
like?
Brand? That
Yeah,
Aaron's showing on
yeah,
the screen?
that's the tree.
It twinkles, huh?
It's a nice tree.
Is it only
2,200 lights on a 7.5-foot tree.
Color
It's
lights
a lot
and
of
white
lights.
lights?
Yes,
The
and
whole thing?
they have 3 different settings: color, white, and then the twinkle, where it's got a nice subtle
Yes.
twinkle.
Yeah.
Does it smell like a tree?
It's
Prob-
like
that's
they
the
it's like
problem.
they manufactured Christmas.
the problem.
But also with everybody, like, and I'm one of those guys, the first few days of having a real Christmas tree in your house is magical. Nothing can beat that smell. But you did bring a dead tree into your house, and eventually that smell does go away. So it's like it's this. I'm just
struggling.
praying about it. I'm talking about it.
You guys pray for Brand. He's losing his Christmas spirit. That's all I'm
Hashtag pray
saying.
for Brand.
Yeah.
Subtle twinkle. I know. I'm going through a lot right now.
He is.
About it.
Dan, is there nothing that could get you over to the artificial side?
Nothing. And here's the thing: is every year it is such a pain to get a real tree, but Christmas doesn't start.
It's worth it, right?
Until you have a real tree.
It's a great
Hey,
thing.
Brian, what did you do last year?
I did bite the bullet, and I went with an artificial tree.
Of course you
my
did.
circumstances were unique, and I wish I always want a real tree.
Yeah.
And I just. You get old and they get expensive.
Can I tell you?
Do you hear this?
But here's also part of it. Can I tell you it? I'm already here. I'm ready for Christmas, and I'm ready to decorate my tree.
Yeah.
And so that's also part
trees.
of it. Huh? Yes, I do
you're
have
ahead
multiple
of
trees.
it.
I have multiple smaller trees, but my thing is like we do the nice big thing, and I'm like, what if the big tree was the fake tree, and then we get a smaller real tree?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What if we just flip it so that I can decorate sooner?
But you can keep a live tree alive and smelling great in your house for 2 months.
But where can I get a real tree right now?
Right
You
now,
can find real trees right now. Yeah, I'm sure you could look and find a Christmas tree
tried.
farm. The Christmas tree farm doesn't sell
the
trees in
soonest
November.
one that I have found it is the weekend before Thanksgiving.
I bet we could find a Christmas tree farm that's open.
If it's there, let's do it. But I'm just saying, it's tough.
You know what you should do? You should plant the tree in your yard, like a Christmas tree, and just have it forever. And that's your real tree. You decorate that, and then you got your artificial in the house.
Ooh, yeah. Dan, what if one of your kids developed a Christmas tree allergy?
What do you mean, like just all of a sudden they're sneezing
like
around the tree?
like over time, like you start
It's
noticing.
going to kill your kid.
Those aren't
Obviously,
real.
you don't have it in your house.
Those are
It's not gonna
allergies.
kill.
Unless it's Brian and the Peanuts. Then
Those
it's never.
don't sound real.
It's not gonna kill your kid, but it will make them sniffle a lot.
I mean, I feel like if you've had the child since they were an infant and you've known this, then you've already switched from a real tree. And I think that's
Allergies develop over time.
But you don't. It's not something that is. Christmas tree allergies are not super duper common. I mean, obviously, there's an exception to be made for any rule. I think if you have someone in the house that's going to be physically worse off because you have a Christmas tree, you probably shouldn't get a Christmas tree.
What allergy medication's for?
But I will say this, if it is like very minor, then my kid takes allergy medicine most of the year for other things that aren't Christmas trees. In fact, during the holidays is one of the few times he doesn't have allergies.
Yeah.
So maybe I
it's
should keep a
because
Christmas
of the
tree
tree.
in the house
Now
all year
we're
long. Now
talking.
that sounds miserable.
I just want everyone to know that I am not taking this lightly, and I am losing sleep over it.
He's getting old, guys, and things cost money, and he just is starting to become a real curmudgeon.
No, well, part of it is the money
just tough.
thing.
It's tough.
But also part of it
hard.
is
Oh no! Prices are going up.
it's less that and more.
The Christmas CD.
That tree looks so good that they made for me, and they put all the lights on there for me. Oh,
They do look good.
But
man,
you're
it looks so
you're
good.
so happy
It
Balsam
looks
Hill's
so
not a
good.
sponsor this holiday season.
Yeah. Imagine
Imagine if they were you.
That would be
Yeah.
so easy
It'd
for
be
you to
tough.
make the switch.
It
The Balsam Hill
is.
trees look amazing. I stand by that.
It's a great.
It
looking
is
tree.
partly.
It ain't Christmas till you put a real tree up.
It is partly the money, and it is partly I want to go ahead and
You want it now.
decorate it.
And
100%.
all of those things sound like something a real adult would say. One that's actually lost that Christmas spirit. You know what I mean?
I've lost Christmas spirit because I want to decorate now.
properly. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
That's real
weird.
adult of you. You want to do the taxes this year?
Lord, no. I don't want to do the taxes. I want to get a nice,
a big time.
I want to
business
get a
boy.
big old honking Christmas tree and put it up right now.
Right now.
And decorate that sucker.
yeah.
And have Christmas cheer for
Should we
longer.
get to the movie, or do you think you want to?
Every single waking moment of my life right now is Christmas.
This existential crisis of Brands is my favorite thing we've ever done on this show. And I don't care if you don't like it at home. The fact that this guy is doing this is just my favorite.
I cannot wait 2
Let's call
more
it
weeks.
A midlife crisis for Brand at 32. I mean, in the way we eat, 64 is probably.
It's about right. Right on schedule.
Yeah, and
He's getting off easy.
I don't. Dan does. He doesn't bother me. I do feel like a punk. Like I feel like a sellout. I even told my wife I feel like I'm cheating on Christmas.
I feel like a sellout.
Yes, I do.
Listen,
best. I am a punk rock band that just got invited to play an over 400 room cap, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
You'll be judged either way.
I think someone with real childlike Christmas spirit would know what to do.
Wow. I'm still going to get a real one. It's going to be the smaller one, though. I'm just saying, what if I swap it?
Yeah.
What if I flip it?
I think you'll know in your heart.
I don't know it in my heart. I don't know it yet.
I think you're on the right track.
I know that I know that I know.
At least
that
you
I know
decorated
that I
your
know.
house.
Oh,
I've decorated my house.
You have. And
the house looks great.
The house does look great.
You paid someone to decorate the front of your house. You're an adult.
Oh, no.
You're an adult. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
Oh, no.
Brandon's lost his Christmas
Oh,
spirit, guys.
boy.
But
This is unbelievable. What a day. He paid money to have someone decorate his house.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. It all just clicked in.
Can I
Goodness. I have more Christmas spirit than Brand.
Can I really quickly-
Put a black shirt on.
No.
I'll go get a fun one. This is great.
Can I really quickly talk about this?
If whatever gets rid of me having to do
Boy.
it, it's such a chore out there.
No. It is
man.
not a chore.
Wow,
It is not a
BetterHelp
chore.
the sponsor this week because you're gonna need some better help.
Santa, we're
They're
gonna need some
coming
help down
up,
here.
man.
Oh, boy. Send one of Santa's helpers quick.
Man.
Okay, here's what happened.
Oh boy, you better watch
you got
out.
So,
busy.
if everybody remembers, I know we have a show to do.
Dennis Hallmark Daddy, yeah, you're damn right I am.
Can you let me tell the story real quick so we can know? A couple years ago, we watched that Netflix movie, Single All the Way or whatever, and remember there was that beautiful house, and I said, Dan, I'm going to do this with my house this year.
Yeah, and I said you weren't, and you
I bought a
didn't.
ton of a ton of lights.
That's right.
With the intention of doing something similar, and I got on my roof and I had a panic attack because I'm so afraid of heights.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I can't do this, so I just did the outline of the house. And so I said, this year, man, I'm going to pay someone to go up on my roof. And then I did everything on surface level.
He paid somebody to decorate for him.
If
He
paying-
doesn't even care anymore.
But I'm paying for Christmas
Paid
spirit. I'm
somebody
paying somebody to give me the Christmas
for him.
spirit.
He doesn't even care anymore.
What it sounds like,
Christmas spirit's free.
what it sounds
You know
like,
Christmas spirit's free. You know it.
He's helping
It
the
is.
economy, though, in his own way
That's right.
as well at the same time.
yeah, man, I'm just trying to keep people in work, you know?
That's all.
In this economy,
That's what it's all about.
This is so exciting. This is just an exciting day.
I want everyone to know that
I love Christmas. Can we do the
Struggling.
intro? Can we redo the intro?
I am really struggling.
Yeah.
My Christmas guide, November 2nd, 2023. It went a little something like this. The movie kicks off with
Oh, man.
He's not even in frame,
Philo
guys.
TV.
How did it-
Philo.
how does that camera keep getting bumped? Okay, go now.
Oh.
Go now.
Go ahead. There we go.
We'll
This
fix
isn't gonna
fix
work.
we'll
Oh,
fix it.
man.
Fix it in
Brand doesn't even
post.
want to be near a tree anymore.
Wow. We got some technical issue. Well,
Hey, the movie kicks off with a lot of good boys, and by the good boys I mean the doggies. There's lots of doggies.
Yeah, good dogs.
And Peyton takes a dog named Max out for a walk, practicing. He's going to be a guide dog. So she stops in front of a school and just kind of stares at the direction of the school. And Trevor and his daughter Annie are leaving school, and she sees him take out what is it called? I don't want to use. I don't want to just. What is it? Mobility cane. Thank you very much.
Good job, Aaron.
And she's like, "Hey, I'm training this dog. I see this guy with the mobility cane. Like maybe this is Kismet. It's a Kismet.
Yeah, it could be. Could be Kismet.
Could be Kismet."
should.
And so Trevor, the next day, he's walking and he walks into a construction site and bonks his head on a pole real hard. The construction is happening outside of the university that he teaches at. He's a professor. The dean suggests that he takes time off until the construction is done, but Trevor is like, "But Dickens, I'm just getting to Dickens." Peyton's boyfriend is the worst. He really likes golf. His name is Chad. Peyton takes matters into her own hands and goes to Annie's school and says, "Hey, this is what I saw. Do you know who this is?" And they're like, "Yeah." So apparently word got to Annie that there is somebody with a guide dog that would like to talk to them. And so Annie comes home, grabs Trevor, and is like, "Hey, come on." They go and they meet Peyton, and Peyton introduces them to Max. And Max is the definition of a good boy. Trevor starts walking around town with Max and Peyton by his side, kind of helping him get used to having this dog, and they're having a good time with each other. And she even comes to the school and tells him that he is looking dignified and handsome. Trevor meets Peyton's dad because they're dating. Oh, wait, they're not. That's the other guy who has not met this dad yet. But who cares? Well, it don't matter. Annie comes over to help decorate the family Christmas tree. Real, fake, can't tell. Chad calls to check in, and Peyton apparently saw a picture of him on this golf trip with the buddies, but also a couple of girls, and she's like, "What's going on there?" And he's like, "Don't worry, that's just Chainsaw.
That's
you
all.
know Chainsaw,
Classic Saw.
classic first name Chain, last name Saw."
Chain F Saw.
Chad wants this trip to go a little bit longer, but can tell that Peyton is annoyed by that idea. Peyton brings Trevor to his favorite music venue and brings him to his favorite bench that she has reserved. And he's like, "Man, you're amazing. You knew about my favorite bench." Then they go and make dinner together with a private chef. Again, these two are not dating. Chad is back in town and falls asleep on the ride home. When Peyton asks when they can get dinner and catch up, he says, quote unquote, soonish. He then decides that he doesn't want to actually get her a real Christmas gift because the golf trip costs a little too much money, and so Chainsaw recommended, "Hey, tell her that we're going to Mexico in the summer. You don't actually have to buy anything," and it's a pretty good idea. Saw. That's Saw though. That's Charles F. Saw.
Classic Charles F. Saw.
Chad
Chain
really.
for short.
Chad.
Charles Shaw is Shane's brother.
Yeah. The better of
And when
those two.
they named those brothers,
Oh my gosh,
they knew
forget
who
about it.
Wild card would be.
Chad sees Peyton with
Chuck
Trevor
Saw.
and immediately gets jealous, and then is
Chuck and Jane.
relentlessly mean to Trevor.
Chain, get over here.
Annie gets called into the Prince of Pal's office, and this prince is not a pal at all. Basically, what happened was Boley came up and was being a real dinker, and so she smashed cake in the bully's face, and the principal is not happy with Annie about this situation. So Trevor comes down, and she's like, "Hey, she can't be smushing cakes, okay? She's got to let one of us know if something like this is happening." And Trevor's like, no one has ever done anything about these bullies. He's real mad. And then after the whole incident with Chainsaw's friend, that's what
Chad?
Yeah, that's what we'll call him now. Chainsaw is the real star of this
Chad.
movie.
Need more Saw, for
He is
sure.
feeling real down, and he is told by the dean, basically, "Hey, you know how I recommended that you take some time off? I'm going to re-emphasize that we would
Strongly.
recommend that you take this time off." And so he goes back to Peyton and returns Max, and Max is real sad, which makes me real sad. Peyton is very confused about this, but then sees security footage of Chad being Chad. So she breaks up with Chad. Annie's bully turns out also has a bully.
Yep.
Isn't that how it works? So
That's
hurt
how it
people hurt
works.
people, everybody. And so she kind of goes and tells the bully, "Hey, get lost, scram," and then they become best buddies. So then there's a Rudy situation here where the kids of the college kind of go up and be like, "This one's for Professor Trevor," and they're like, "We're not going to take this class. I'm not going to take this class. I'm not going to take this class." So there you go. Peyton then comes by Trevor's house with Max, and I guess she just moves in. She never leaves again. They beg. They have a wonderful time together, and they kiss. And Trevor tells Peyton that how beautiful she is, and Annie and Max kind of like look on, and it's a little bit weird, but whatever. And hopefully they live happily ever after. And that, my friends, was my Christmas guide.
We did it.
We did it, everybody.
How you feel, Brian?
I'm having a hard time today, man. Having a hard time. I'll be upfront about it. I'll be upfront about it.
Womp, womp.
You're seeing it through. You're
Some of that
getting through it.
smoothie. That'll help
Yeah,
you
that
feel
smoothie will
better.
definitely
You
help.
got it. Yeah.
That plain smoothie.
We're going to take a
He
quick break.
gets the smoothies plain now, guys. It's so the Christmas spirit is going.
It wasn't
He didn't
even
even
red.
want red in the smoothie.
Just give me a white plain
If there's
smoothie.
any
Khaki pants
color,
and smoothies, please.
if there's any red or green in this smoothie, I send it back. We're going to be right back here on Deck the
With
Hallmark.
the Hallmark.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing 6 times more vitamin D and double the omega-3s. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code WELCOME.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about My Christmas Guide. It is time for the hot take. It is where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We do not hold back. And I'll start with you, Brian. Brian, what did you think of My Christmas Guide?
I thought it was okay. It was sweet at moments. Parts of it, at one point I had this realization, it felt to me like an episode of television where they were just about to wrap the episode and the executives came in and were like, vamp, like keep it going, like vamp.
That
and
happens
they just
on TV?
It felt like it's something that was supposed to be a 30-minute, 28-minute TV episode, and the executives are like, we got to stretch this out.
We got to stretch it to an hour.
So let's
25,
just everybody slow down, take some breaths, stand there, don't say anything for a while. We'll fix it in post. Like we'll have some crazy edits, no problem. And that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like long for what it was. Like they could have crammed a lot of this into just a shorter version of this movie. So it was a little like slow. It kind of dragged at points for me. I didn't care for, I think where he, not that I didn't care for him. I feel like he shined most when he had a foe in the scene. Like when he was up against Chad, I thought that was fun. When he was up against the principal, that was fun. Like when he had somebody he was kind of combating with a little bit, I feel like he was at his best.
You liked when he was mean.
Yeah, not mean, but like standing up for himself and like
Brian could have used more meanness.
like just what I needed were like, and maybe I missed it because I stepped out. Like maybe like some fisticuffs. Like if he had just got somebody in a headlock real quick, like noogie. I mean, we did get bullying, so I guess
you
want to
check that someone
box.
to get noogied?
No, I mean, it's just an idea. It's just an
noogie.
idea. Have we seen that yet this season?
No, we've not seen a noogie. I don't think ever.
Right. So I mean, now
First
might be
Hallmark
the time.
noogie.
We haven't.
Do we have
noogie.
an alarm for that just in
Oh,
case?
yeah, noogie alarm. Yeah, we won't sound it now, but we
Right,
have one.
let's
We don't
hold on to that.
want. We don't want people to go crazy, like
Right.
call off work.
So it was okay for me. Like it
heard
was
the noogie alert.
I like the English quotes. It was nice. It reminded me of like how a good quote can really change your perspective on stuff. I'm glad that got included. Like hardly any math, which was great for me.
The English
So let's
quotes.
stick with the English, the classic literature.
That's right.
And so yeah, it was just okay for me. It's all right.
I like this movie a good bit. To Brian's point, it is like weirdly edited. There's like a lot of silence in the movie, and there's also like the person who edited this movie or the team or whatever like got a new gear and was like, hey, like we can do the fast forward, slow down, get back in real time situation with the transitions. It'll be fun. And they do it a lot. Like it's just like, here's a bus, fast, slow, here it is in normal speed. And it's like, I didn't really need that at all, really. Let's just, whatever happened to a good crossfade? You know what I mean? Like, can't we just go from one scene to another? So that was a little bit weird, but I liked it. Chad is I think the worst guy of the year potentially.
So
for
far
sure.
leading the pack.
Like real mean and uncool, and so there's that. And I thought the two leads. I feel like this was the first time where I didn't really need a kiss at the end of this movie. I felt like they had like kind of a thing, but then she also like just broke up, and I don't know. Did they need to kiss? I don't know. Probably not, but it was fine. So overall, a slow movie. It'll end up somewhere in the middle, I'm sure. But yeah, it was fine. Dan?
Yeah, currently dead in the middle for me, this one. It's not good. It has a lot of like movie making problems. Like it's weird edits, weird cuts to commercial, a lot of silence. I agree with you, Brian. I think that this could have been a 45-minute, very special episode of a sitcom easily. And the way that they caricature the boyfriend, Chad, it basically was.
Right.
There's some very unbelievable. Look, kids can be super duper mean, the thing about bullying that's so tough is it's very, very stealthy. It's not like high-fiving in front of a teacher on the front steps of the school.
Been my
it's very
experience.
subtle. Well, that's different. This isn't bullying. We're just worried about your Christmas spirit. And so some of
Felt
this
a
was
little bit like bullying right there.
They tried to expand these side characters into full caricatures, I guess, to prove a point. And that was a little off-putting. The leads are fine. I don't know if I've ever seen Amber Marshall in anything before. Has she ever been in another Hallmark
She looked like
movie?
someone who I've seen in every movie and no movies.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
She was really good. I liked her a lot.
I thought
She was
both the
really
leads
good.
were fine. I don't know if they had like amazing chemistry or
Right.
anything, but they were fine. The movie's inoffensive from a standpoint of like not a ton of wait what's. It is another one of these movies that we're starting to get a lot of this year, which is they're not really Christmas movies.
Yes.
They
Yes.
just set it.
I meant to say that.
And they just drown the screen with Christmas.
Right.
And then they just have this movie that could have taken place really any time.
Absolutely.
And so that seems to be a running theme of the 2023 crop from Hallmark. But yeah, it's not great, but not as bad as some we've seen. I mean, right now, I think it's right there in the middle for me, 6 or 7.
It's time for all the feels where we talk about what in this movie gave us those feels. Brian?
Yeah, great snow in this. It was obviously filmed in the wintertime or the spring up in Canada. A lot of great snow, like dirty slush. Like you could tell that was not fake. That was real stuff. So that was great to see. At the bar scene where they reserved that bench, that very special bench. Listening to live music. That song, first of all, was great. He's Not Going Anywhere by Tom Broly. Lee, get that one for me.
Tom Broly,
Lee, get that one for me.
Lee, get that one
got
for
it.
me. I got
Got it.
Tom
I
Broly.
was with Dan. Thank you for clarifying that. That was
Chain
actually
Tom
Broly.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So that song I liked a lot, and also just the fact that he's got the visual impairment, but he can still listen to music, and he loves listening to music, and so happy that he could still listen. Like if I could not listen to music or hear, like that'd be pretty miserable. A pretty miserable experience. Not being able to hear music. If you love music and all of a sudden that's taken from you, that would be really, really hard. So it was really good that he actually got to sit there and appreciate listening to music.
Yeah, I did like that. I also just like the dogs. There is obviously Max was it Max? Yeah, Max is a great dog. But then there's also I got word here. He is
We
a
are
great
getting-
dog.
I mean, we knew it to be true, but we can now, if you want to go wide here, Aaron, we can call the race. Incumbent Max is a great dog.
Yep.
But
Good.
also
Happy
there
for him.
is
We're worried in that race. He may be overtaken him. Just be a decent boy.
there is another
today.
Not today.
scene in this
Or
movie.
more years. Or more years.
There is another scene in this
Calling
movie.
him Sunny D.
I want the audio clip of Bran in somewhat exasperation going, obviously Max is a great dog.
It's a good dog.
Catch
He's a
that
great
on our
dog.
new blog.
But then there is also a scene that has no purpose other than puppies. There is a party with puppies, and we get a solid minute, maybe minute and a half of just puppies. Good puppies. Obviously, Max is a good boy.
Good boy.
But then we also get these
confirm
puppies.
that.
And so
100%
really,
reporting.
really solid on the dog front in this movie.
I was going to say the party that just featured all the puppies.
Yeah,
was
it's a puppy party.
And those may have been German Shepherd puppies.
Could have
German
been.
Shepherd. You know, my dogs are all German Shepherd pit mixes, and those are the best two breeds in my opinion. So I like that. Those dogs were amazing.
Yeah.
They were amazing. So I was here for that. They're great boys.
They're
and girls.
They're good
Yes.
boys. Yes.
Can confirm.
Can confirm
100%.
across the board.
That put it on the board. We're going to take one more quick break. We'll come back with the wait, what, and the what the Hallmark here on
Deck
Deck
the
the
Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Ready to pop the question? The jewelers at BlueNile.com have got sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds, and they're ready to ship to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off. BlueNile.com.
Hi, I'm gonna. Lisa says I think Max was the director's dog.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Can someone confirm
That's
that?
exciting.
That would be fun to bring your dog on set, and it also be a 100% good boy.
100% good.
100% put him on the board. It's time for the Wait What Is, where we talk about when this movie just go, wait, hold on 1 second. What's going on? Brian?
Yeah, I'll start here. Professor Trevor at one point said about
Professor.
Annie, his daughter, quote, she had a thing for Paris. And he said it like it's like most people have a thing for Paris, Professor.
Look, middle schoolers are crazy.
Yeah.
She
Got this thing,
like
man.
of all. Can you believe this?
Don't say
Paris,
Paris.
France.
Come on.
Yeah,
It's
so wild and
I feel
weird.
like that's not as weird as he thinks it is.
More like.
Yeah. The bench at the dog park.
We got to talk about the bench. We have to.
It's a big movie for benches.
It was.
You're right.
Yeah, that
big
bench
man.
is not a foot off the ground.
That is so mean to grown adults.
That
to
is-
have a
yeah.
bench so low to the ground.
Dan breaks both his knees bench is what that is.
They just kept sitting and
Kept
sitting
It's
and
a long way
leaning,
to go
going
down the elevator. They
down.
just right straight down.
And then once he's down there, like he was doing this weird thing. He looks to be a taller dude, like
Yeah.
long legs. He's doing this weird thing with his legs because he can't just sit like regular with your
No.
knees. He's got like his legs all twisted because the bench is like
It's
75
for
inches off the
children
ground.
and dogs. It's just
75
not
7
for-
inches. It's
yeah.
tiny. Yeah, it's for kids. It's the smallest bench I've ever
Did you
seen.
say 75
75 inches. I meant
off the
7,
ground?
yeah.
maybe
It's
7.
6 feet 3 inches.
7.5 inches.
That's
to
a
climb
different
up on
type
that
of problem.
bench.
Yeah. So
75 inches off the ground.
yeah.
Off to ground.
That would you got to climb up to that. That might not be too
Floating.
bad. So the bench, yeah, they
Staircase.
made. So they did a whole thing of the see you later. His student said, I don't say see you later anymore. I forget what they say, like see you next time. And then a few scenes.
that
I don't-
would, that
they
would
don't
be
say see you-
better.
I don't know what you just
Instead
said
of see you
at all.
later, it's see you next time. They have it all
What
worked
you
out.
don't know is the offensive thing is actually later. It's
I'm
not
pretty sure
see you.
it's see you next time, guys.
The offensive part. You still say see you.
It's
You
gotta
just
be.
don't say later. You say
don't
next
say
time.
The
Yeah,
later
see you.
part, you never know when
See
it's
you
gonna
later.
if
Say
you're gonna
next
be
time.
around. You don't. You could.
There's nothing
anything
wrong
could
with
happen.
saying see you.
Anything could happen.
don't
You don't
say
know if
later.
it's going to be later or not. So yes, until next time, I guess would work too.
Unbelievable, Brian.
But in a few scenes later,
See you next
she
time. Maybe
says
not.
she says to Professor, "See ya." And it was just a weird thing. Like you just did this whole thing about how you don't include "see ya" in your goodbye, and then she said "see ya," kind of like I just did that.
If you
So
guys are doing the best of anybody out there, I know this is a more subtle moment. That's one of the worst wait what's I've ever heard.
Why?
Because she said, "See ya."
Yeah, after they had a discussion about how they don't include "see ya," they're trying to get away from saying "see ya" later.
Dude, we're still
And then
working
later
on it.
she
We're
says,
all
"See
works
ya."
in progress.
Well, obviously we are because I just did it. Actually, you're right. It is pretty terrible because I did it in the explanation of it, so it's the worst thing I've ever
See
done. 75 inches off the ground. If you're in a relationship and you go away on a trip, like it doesn't matter how much you have to do the day after you get back or how tired you are. You have to go to dinner with your partner or your family. Like you have to spend time with them, right?
Yes.
You don't get to come
This
home
is
and go to
actually,
bed.
I'm really proud of you because for a long time you've been learning lessons
That's right.
in these movies.
Right.
And now
Yeah. This is
you're
a good
bringing
one.
lessons to the table. And
That's right.
that shows
Thank
your
you.
own personal growth.
Thank you. Glad
See you
mentioned
later.
it. Now I didn't have to bring it up.
You did still say you have to spend time with them.
have to.
The way you worded it
Obligated.
still made it sound like you need to learn
You
the lesson.
have to do it.
You have to. You don't get to go and just do your own thing.
No,
you gotta
can't go
spend
relax.
time with your family.
No, your vacation over. Okay.
Yeah, vacation is over.
You're
Yes.
you get work to do. Let me see here. The bullying obviously was absurd, and I just don't want to be that guy. But Rory McIlroy does not play those golf clubs. Okay, he plays Nike.
He plays. He doesn't. No, I'm not doing it.
I got a couple.
I'm not
Plays
falling for it.
ping.
I'm not
We don't need
falling
to
for
get
it.
into this.
No.
We don't need to get into this.
I mentioned
No. I got a couple.
The golf club scene was
Dan,
stupid.
you can get
and
to that.
I wouldn't mention it in the way it was. You
can get
and
to-
Harold here is doing it. See you later, Brian.
He
See you
plays
next time.
Adidas. Ever heard of it? Champion Club.
One at the party, the puppy party that we've all talked
Plays
about. and
TaylorMade.
loved.
You nerd.
They're talking to her dad, and her dad is talking to Trevor and is like, "Hey, is your daughter here?" And they point and they're like, "Yes, she's right there." And the camera
Oh man,
does this thing where like the dad is in focus and then it goes out of focus and onto the daughter, and the daughter's right behind him, and just the whole way that the whole thing was
the daughter's 3 feet away.
was so she's
it would
right
be
there.
like,
She heard the whole.
where's Aaron? And you
Aaron,
can't
I'd
see
say-
Aaron's
on
not allowed to
Philo.
talk.
Aaron's our producer. Yeah,
But
she's
Aaron
around
is,
here.
like right next to us. You would not be like, oh yeah, where's Aaron these days? She's literally right beside us. You wouldn't say it that way. You would be like, is that Annie? Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Annie, are you okay?
You're okay.
Are you okay, Annie?
The bench scene where they go to the venue and she has the bench. It is the bench. It is very sweet and kind. There is something about saying, "Hey, I called and reserved the bench." That just made me chuckle.
It didn't work.
And last but not least, Roy McIlroy. He uses TaylorMade. Those clubs are clearly Callaway, and I don't know who this movie's trying to fool, but it didn't fool me. It did not fool me.
It is.
This is what happens when Brand stops like loving Christmas so much. He digs into golf.
Oh man.
It's unbelievable.
Have we even thought about the Furman space?
We've not even thought about it. Man, we're so off the rails right now. You guys did take a bunch of mine. I have never seen a movie collectively try to decorate every scene like it's the Deck the Hallmark office. Every scene in this movie is like, but have we thought of more Christmas? The colleges have the college in this movie has garland up the rails of the steps between the floors.
Garland for you.
The guy who's a terrible human being the principal has 4 Christmas trees in her office. 4 in her office. They ask her to come home to decorate the tree. They're like, can you come home Peyton, can you come decorate the tree with us? And I'm like, wait a minute. That house has 6 Christmas trees in it and they're all decorated. They're putting up another one. They're putting up another Christmas tree in there. And for a movie that's not really about Christmas, the Christmas tree budget here, Brand could borrow a few. He's gone artificial. He could borrow a few. Where's the other one I want to get to? I lost my train of thought here. Editing here, chicks. He's right there.
I just love. I already have the outside of my house decorated. I already have multiple trees up in my house, and I'm a monster.
Yeah. Well, you're not a monster. You're a normal adult human being.
He's
He's starting
outgrown
a
Christmas.
transition. He's outgrown Christmas. That's exactly right. He doesn't believe in his heart anymore. He still likes it. Like he loves it for his kids, He
Do it for the
appreciates that
kids.
they get to have the memories now, but he knows that his time has passed.
Man.
Can we get a close up on Brand, please?
He's never been so hurt.
Oh my God.
He's as red as a candy cane.
It's the
As a
hardest.
strawberry.
It's the hardest day of my
Strawberry
life.
life,
It's the hardest day of my life. I shouldn't have brought this up. I knew better. I knew better than to talk about my problems here in the office. I knew better.
So great.
It's unfortunate.
What else you got, Dan?
That's it. Let's go to what the Hallmark.
It's time for what the Hallmark story. Wonder what could have been. Maybe we go. Brian, what do you got?
Yeah, mine actually was about all the decorating. It was like, are we being trolled? Like, is there somebody, a set decorator doing this on purpose where like, I'm just going to keep just pouring, just crushing these scenes with lights and decoration. And maybe it was because this was not really a Christmas movie and they're like, we got to make up for it here. But it feels like the movies are, like the Christmas tree budget is unlimited these days. Every movie is just, it's like they grow from the ground.
That's right.
They're just showing up everywhere.
Yeah.
I know this is just a me thing and no one else cares, but whatever. There's a car that drives by. I can't stop thinking about this. Why did they include this? A car drives by and the front of this car has a bright red license plate with the year 1998 on it. And that's it. And I haven't stopped thinking about it.
That was the year Rory McIlroy signed with Nike.
That's right.
Really
what it
big year
was.
for Rory. What is that? Why is that? Like, most people that have front license plate that don't need them, like here in South Carolina, you're not required to have a front license plate because they're redundant. They do like something like a novelty plate. This person got a bright red plate that just says 1998 on it. What is their story? I can't
Good
stop.
year, man.
Great year. Really good year.
Yeah.
Their favorite year.
Yeah. Their favorite year. Dan?
My with the Hallmark, you mentioned the Rudy thing, and in Rudy they turn their jersey in so Rudy can play at the end of the movie Rudy,
right? And
that would work because without a team you can't field a team and then you can't play, so that made sense. Would this work?
No, it would actually save them a ton of money
if everyone said we're not taking this class.
Yeah, they could just close
and
the
teacher's
class.
already gone on leave. Wouldn't the guy in charge just go, great, just take a different class?
Yeah.
Like, what they're doing is great and it's valiant, but would it actually, and I don't know, I've never worked in a college. Would a college actually take this into consideration and go, man, we really screwed up here?
It's similar, going back to Rudy, and let's flesh this out a little bit more. All those kids, if they said we're still not playing Rudy and they decided not to play, they would lose their scholarships, which would also save the college money. So, not Notre Dame. They'd lose a lot of money. They would lose a lot of money on that
football
play.
field. They're going to
they're losing a lot of money
on the chin. Yes.
Yeah, this is a classic lit. What is it of your favorite English
literature? Yeah, classic literature. Yeah.
So
it's not like a required course like English 101. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't do anything. I feel like they wouldn't even blink at it, and they just keep moving.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah.
We did, everybody. Congratulations. I'm actually really interested in this one because we've talked about bullying, and we talked about how there was, cake in someone's face and stuff like that. I feel like there could have been I think there may have been some fighting. A fist fight in this movie that I missed out on. But I know who wouldn't miss out on that. It'd be Victor Webster. Webster. And here he is letting us know with Vic Webster, Fighting Chance with Vic.
Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. What's the fighting in the movie? Did someone get hurt? It's a Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. A Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. A Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
There was so much action in this movie, it made my head spin. Note the sarcasm.
A Fighting Chance with Vic Webster. Vic Webster.
It's not.
Man, he's starting to get upset. You can tell.
Seems frustrated. We got one more episode, Hallmark related for you, and then a final Lifetime Christmas preview show as well. So we'll be back tomorrow with another one. Until then, may we the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here in the old studio. Thanks for listening, or don't listen. It's really up to you at this point. It's at the end of the show. I mean, you're listening to me. Hi. But here they come. I promise they're coming. Yep, here they are. Happy day.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code WELCOME.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Ready to pop the question? The jewelers at BlueNile.com have got sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds, and they're ready to ship to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off. BlueNile.com.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code WELCOME to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code WELCOME at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code WELCOME.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.